when you teach people how to care for animals, you are also teaching them how to care for humans.
I adopted my first female dog called Hachi. I asked myself, how can I help this poor dog? And I came up with a shelter idea.
How does a music lover, a music educator, a music graduate go into animal shelter?
We started in the house. We started giving them care, medicine, and then we go for looking an adoption. People can help each other, people help people, but animals, they're helpless, voiceless. We can be their voices by supporting us.
Good afternoon, this is your Pan-African show called Africa with your host Qetselawork Seifu. Today we have a great, different topic actually. And we'd like to say thank you for coming to our studio.
Thank you for having me.
Now, for all you animal lovers, this is going to be a great show. If you could please introduce yourself.
I'm Rediet Sisay. I was born in Mojo. I graduated from Yale School of Music at Addis Ababa University. I used to be a teacher at Gondar University. Now I'm working with the Hachi Animal Rescue Shelter.
Before I dive into, what we're here today, I would like to find out, how does a music lover, a music educator, a music graduate go into animal shelter? It has to be because you have the love of animals. So tell me about that journey.
After I finished high school, I decided to go to music school because I was so passionate. And then I had an opportunity to teach in Gondar University. While I working there, I adopted my first female dog called Hachi. By the time, there was no individuals or organization who rescue and give a shelter for dogs. So I started thinking how to get a shelter or how to rescue this abandoned female dogs. It was a litter, we started it at a house.
Did you grow up with animals? No? Yeah. So when you were in college, did you decide to have an animal?
No.
That's very interesting. So how did you get into the love of animals? How did you acquire that love?
I simply love animals. Okay. When I see abandoned dogs, stray dogs on the street, I feel sorry for them. I ask myself, how can I help these poor dogs? And I came up with a shelter idea. Currently, we have a shelter.
With how many dogs?
With over 40.
So just dogs or cats also?
The cats got adopted. There were 2 cats.
So you have more dogs than you do cats?
Yeah. We moved to Nazareth, Adama. The support is coming from a lot of animal lovers. We started introducing ourselves in social medias. We created a group and we start working with individuals and animal lovers.
Okay, so, the other question I want to ask you is, in Ethiopia, because I've witnessed that too, is usually when your dogs have female puppies, we tend to throw them away. Now, I wish I could understand the philosophy behind throwing away our female dogs, because I tend to find out that they're actually the strongest of all.
Yeah.
So do you know why we do that? Because I'm sure you probably have more female dogs.
Most of us think the male dog more protective than the female dog. That's the problem.
Okay.
And again, because they give birth, there would be a lot of puppies, so they can afford to raise them. They simply throw them away.
So it's really because they can't.
They can afford.
To they can't. Okay. So there's no philosophy behind the female being thrown.
Yeah.
But usually it's the females. It's not the males.
Yeah.
So we tend to take that a little personal.
Yeah.
How do we know you're even out there? How can we, as animal lovers or even who want to help, how do we find out that your shelter is around? To even tell you about dogs that are...
We started with a group, volunteers group,
Okay.
and a Telegram channel. We talked about how to rescue and give them food, how to raise the fund, and we started using our houses.
Okay.
And then a woman named Hannah helped us to get a proper shelter and helping us with supporting with the spaying, neutering, and covering for surgeries.
You brought Hannah up. It's just interesting because I read about her on your page and I wanted to find out how you met her.
After we started giving a safe and a nice home for female puppies, we had an opportunity to interact and work with another groups called Animal Need Attention. She was there. We met there.
So there are quite a few organizations that actually work around animals.
Yeah.
That's very good to know.
Yeah.
So do you know how many groups so far?
I don't know the exact number, but there are many of them, yeah.
Do you guys meet regularly? Do you guys interact?
Yeah, we interact each other.
And help each other
We
too?
help each other too.
Okay. In what way do you guys help each other?
We give services like fostering with payment,
Okay.
selling accessories, food.
Also, it's like a pet shop too.
Yeah.
A pet store.
Yeah, it has a lot of things in it. We foster their rescued animals with the payment. Okay. We're working with them.
So usually shelter places, maybe somewhere else, not in our country, they usually have people that help, right? Whether it's by funds or whether it's people on the ground that actually tell them about the dogs. Does the government know about you? Are you affiliated with any organizations within the government? Does the government even have anything like that?
I think the government doesn't know us.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Would you say there's an advantage if you worked with the government? There was an association?
Yeah. Currently, we're someone from Ethiopian Veterinary Association invite us to attend a meeting, and we will see what we can do and what we can work with them. I don't know what will happen, but we're gonna attend the meeting, I think.
So you haven't attended it yet?
No.
It's coming up.
Yes.
Okay. Now, when we talk about homeless dogs in Ethiopia, there's quite a lot of them. Now, there was a reason why you came up with the kind of name you came up with for your shelter. So before we get into the other questions, I'd like to find out how you came up with your name, the name of your shelter.
There is an old movie called Hachiko. And my first rescued dog, I named her Hachi. And I named the shelter Hachi.
Hachi.
Yes.
Okay. Is Hachi still around?
Yes.
Beautiful. How old is she now?
4.
Okay. Can you tell us about your animal rescue and shelter's humble beginnings in Gondar?
We started in the house. We started giving them care, medicine, and then we go for looking at an adoption. We got adopted out like more than 70 dogs. Currently, we have over 14 dogs in the shelter. Then we moved out to Nazareth. We started thinking to get more space. We were running out of space, money, food, volunteers. So we started looking for volunteers, animal lovers like us, like Hannah. There are a lot of volunteers in the group.
So from Gondar, you came to Nazareth. How long were you in Gondar?
3 years and a half.
Okay, so you were teaching and also doing the shelter?
Yeah, I used to teach there like 4 years, and then we moved out to Nazareth.
And how long were you
After 2 years, we opened a shelter.
In Nazareth?
In Nazareth, yeah.
Oh, brilliant. Okay.
And now we're looking for another shelter.
So your shelter is in Nazareth, not in Addis?
Located in Adama, yeah.
Okay, okay.
It's located in Adama. We're planning to get another in Addis.
Okay.
Because there are a lot of abandoned and sick dogs in Addis.
What kind of expertise in animal welfare do you need to have to run your animal shelter?
Expertise like fundraisers, donors, veterinaries, any expertise who can help a shelter is appreciated.
Do you train the dogs before they're adopted?
Yeah, we train the dogs. We give the medical cares. We take them out for a walk.
So you moved from Gondar to Adama. In Adama, you stayed 2 years. Now, do you think that in each city or in each town that you've gone, your shelter has actually made an impact, you say? Or would you know?
Yeah.
Because you removed quite a few dogs off the street, right?
Yeah.
Do you think as a society we can care for dogs as we are impacted by so many other factors in life?
Yeah, not only dogs.
By the way, when you teach people how to care for animals, you are also teaching them how to care for humans, unfortunately. I just want you to see the bigger picture. By changing their mind, by not kicking the dog that's fallen down or is coming for some food, it's the same as kicking a man that's down.
You can take a responsibility by doing, like, taking care of our house pets, giving them proper food, not chained up. And if they're not able to help them, by leave them alone, they can survive by their own. People can help each other, people help people, but animals, they're helpless, voiceless. We can be their voices by supporting us.
So how do you think the society can be a part of this help? How can we help?
By spotting a sick or abandoned dog, or calling a vet, a help, fostering, giving food, donating, giving them food.
You have now pointed out that you would like us to help by pointing out or calling different people or different organizations if we see a dog on the street. Now, as you know, Addis Ababa has a lot of dogs on the street. So I just want you to think, if every person calls you in each warada, just think of one dog, how would you be able to do that right now? Because you're not actually established in Addis Ababa. So how would it be feasible for you with these dogs unless we foster them ourselves, right?
Yeah, we got a lot of problems with that. We're not having a lot of space for all of them, but now we're helping the worst cases, like car accident, the physical injury, like, and severe condition. Yeah.
Okay.
The
so you
dogs
take only, okay.
For now.
Okay.
We take yeah.
And then what do? You take care of them? You actually take them to
the vet.
The vet.
We take them to the vet. We give them the treatments.
Okay.
Until they get adopted.
And if they don't?
If they don't, they will be staying at shelter forever.
Your love of animals is very commendable. Did you grow up with animals? Or did you have a pet at home?
No, not at all. My family were not an animal people.
Okay.
So we were struggling to get a pet. I remember that.
So you never did get a pet?
Yeah.
Never happened?
Never happened.
Tell us a little about the homeless dogs in Ethiopia.
There are a lot of them. Male dog more supportive than female dogs. So when they get a male dog in the street, they take them and have them in the house. So there are a lot of female dogs in the street than a male dog.
Okay, so
that's why we started helping the female dog first.
Because there was too many of them.
There are too many of them, yes.
Can you tell us about your animal rescue and shelters, humbling beginnings in Gondar? Because that's where you started, right?
Yeah, actually the shelter started in Adama. I had 9 of them, and I was forced to get them adopted because it was many of them. Like I cannot afford. Right? I didn't receive any support from any individuals and organizations, so I forced to give them away for interested adopters. So a woman named Hannah, I met her in a group called Animal Need Attention. We started to work together. She became one of our big hub in the shelter because she covers all the surgeries, spaying and neutering. And now, currently, we have one shelter located in Adama. There are over 40 dogs in the shelter.
So coming to the end of our questions, my last question is going to be, what do you think as a society or even as a country or even as a continent, if we look beyond, because I don't think this is only Ethiopia's problem when it comes to animals and animal shelter. So if you could advise or if you could just tell us the little things that each and every individual could actually do to get all these homeless dogs off the street.
Actually, it is so hard to start such work in Ethiopia because people are struggling, people are dying, or there are a lot of people in the problem. But people can help people. We can help each other. These voiceless animals have no help. They cannot help each other. We have to start by leave them alone. Sometimes people throw stone on them, and that's people should do give care for their pets. People can help the animals by not hit them or abuse them. If they can provide the food. And if they see them sick or not well, they call us and we will see what we can do.
So basically what you're telling us is if there's anything wrong or if something's going on, to just dial that number. Yeah. Your number, that is.
There are, yeah,
you have
there
a hotline.
Are a lot of, yeah, there are an organization and individuals working with us. So they can get their address or number and they can call us.
So before we close, I, as a resident of Addis Ababa, have on several occasions seen horses that have been abandoned. So I know our conversation was somewhat cats and dogs, but then horses also are being left on the side of the street. Do you guys do anything with horses too?
Yeah, we tried actually, now only working with dogs. But in the future, we're planning to rescue any animal, not only a dog.
Beautiful. Rediet, thank you very much for coming to the studio and having this lovely conversation. And I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. This is your Pan-African show called Afreeቃ with your host, Qetselawork Seifu. Our show will be on Saturdays from 4 to 5 on African Renaissance television services. Thank you again.